Oh, hello. This is David Mayo from MLive from absolutely nowhere near American Airlines Arena tonight. Sort of like the Detroit Pistons, who are 107-89 losers tonight to the Miami Heat. They didn't show up to American Airlines Arena, didn't want to hang around there, so I decided to come back to the Marriott and do our post-game video tonight. South Beach is that way. American Airlines Arena is that way. Seems like the Pistons might have gotten their directions crossed up a little bit sometime in the last 24 hours as they exhibit a little bit of the good old South Beach flu tonight in an 18-point loss at Miami. I don't have a lot serious to say about this game. Awful shooting. Tobias Harris makes 5 field goals in the first quarter, 2 more than all of his teammates combined. The Pistons score 36 points in the first half. Needed a 20-foot turnaround baseline jumper from Andre Drummond to avoid their lowest scoring first half of the season, which was 35 points against Chicago way back in October. Down 18 points at halftime, the same as the final margin. If you watch this game, well, I don't know why. Over just beyond their American Airlines Arena over here, the Detroit Tigers were winning an extra inning game, a thriller in their season opener. The NCAA Women's Championship game was going on. Connecticut winning yet another national championship. And the Detroit Pistons, meantime, play a national television game on TNT or ESPN for the 4th time this season. 3 of them losses, all of them double-digit blowouts, including that 43-point ridiculous rout at Washington a few weeks ago and tonight's loss to the Heat. The Pistons still likely going to the playoffs. They fall a half game behind Indiana, remain in 8th place. They were already in 8th, even though the 2 teams were tied. Indiana has the tiebreaker, so Indiana was already 7th. Pistons were 8th, even though they had the same record until tonight. Pistons go to 41-37. They're still 2 games ahead of the Chicago Bulls, who did them a big favor tonight by losing to a virtual D-League team in the Memphis Grizzlies, who are badly beaten up and missing several key components. So the Pistons' magic number is reduced to 2. Any combination of 2 Pistons wins or Bulls losses with 4 games remaining for each team will send Detroit to the playoffs and end the 6-year playoff skid. But it's not for anything that Detroit did tonight. They'll be back at it Wednesday when they play the Orlando Magic in their 78th game of the season and make that the 79th game of the season. And they really need to come with a little bit more than they did tonight because this was a terrible effort in Miami. Wake me up when we get to Orlando and wake up the Pistons too. Have a good night, everyone.